What's going on, everybody? There is a little video game, you may have heard of it, Resident Evil Village, that just released, and we want to give you some impressions because I've played an awful lot of it. Peel's jumped into it, and we have some things just to give you an idea of how we're feeling about the game so far, and we're going to do it right about now. My name is Travis.
And I'm Peel, and this is the Travis and Peel Show.
Lycans and gentlemen, let's talk Resident Evil. Let's go into it.
Village.
Resident Evil 8/Village. I've beaten this game. I've made it to the end. I've solved that tape, if you will. And Peel's
nice.
kind of
Well
like in
done,
the
sir.
yeah. Peel's probably in the early 20 percentile, 25 percentile of the game. About to clear that area.
25%, pretty much. Yep.
Yep, about that. And enjoying the game so far, are you?
Oh yeah, beautiful graphics. I mean, both of us are playing it on the PlayStation 5,
Right.
And it's beautiful game, very smooth. The saving is really fast. The load times are non-existent. So once again, kudos, love next gen. Fun game. Yeah, I'm having a great time with it. Obviously, I do have a few complaints. That we're gonna dive into it, but ultimately, I am liking the game so far. It's very enjoyable, and like I said, the graphics and everything are amazing.
Yeah. I second that. I mean, it's a gorgeous game. 7 wasn't too shabby. Biohazard was not too shabby in its own right, but yeah, this one definitely does up the ante in the visual fidelity department. I'm a huge fan. I thought they. I like what they do with Ethan in this game. I think he's a more empathetic character. I mean, he was empathetic in the last one, but we really get to kind of hear and feel what Ethan's going through a little bit better in this one. And I like what they're doing there. Capcom decided to, in the last game, go first person with Resident Evil, which threw a lot of people off. Not just first person, they went full blown VR. You had the option to go play the whole entire game in VR, which was
I first played Biohazard in VR, and I will definitely say it creeped me the F out. It was a really hard game to play in VR, just with all the movements and stuff that you have to do and how you have to kind of get away from people. It really gets you going. But I finished it on the PS4, and definitely fun game, very creepy, a lot of eerie moments.
Yeah, so they did the same thing with 8. They are continuing Ethan's storyline. He's drugged back into the madness of the Resident Evil world, and we now have another first-person game in the Resident Evil series. And again, it just affirms how I felt about the last one, and then going forward that this game series was made for first person. It's so good. It's so effective. I think you agree that this game is not necessarily as scary as Resident Evil 7.
Not as creepy or as scary or having those jump moments like I did in Biohazard. You have finished it, so I am hoping to get a little bit more. But I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be as creepy as Resident Evil Biohazard was.
So where Resident Evil gets me, something that Resident Evil always does, and they do really well a lot with having these really great, frightening moments, especially, since the advent of Resident Evil 3 and Nemesis, where you always have this lurking beast, he's always constantly chasing you. He's always around the corner. He's looking for you progressively as you're in the game, so you can't just stand still because he will find you. Resident Evil has always kind of embraced that for quite a few games, and they do it in here as well. They did it in 7, and those are kind of like your scariest enemy encounters. But Capcom always falls short, and they still haven't identified how to correctly rectify this. But once you get into the actual gunplay and the gunfights, that's when the game kind of stops being scary, because it's not a scary game in the sense of combat, because you eventually start mowing things down. There is the inventory management. I didn't have much of a problem.
If you have the ammo for it.
I didn't have that issue this time around in this game. I feel like the ammo was plentiful, especially, and it has to do with the merchant. Like, I was able to have ammo all the time because I can just buy some more from the merchant, or craft it. Whereas you didn't have the merchant in Resident Evil 7. I feel like they could have left that out. Like, I always felt like if I needed something, I could just go to him, and it definitely took away the tension for me. So I know bringing
that was
back
one of the better parts of Biohazard, actually, just because you mentioned it. The struggle to find materials and to do things, like, that was one of the best parts about it, because you did not just have ammo everywhere. If you went back into an area, it respawned. Once you went through an area and stuff, which you play through like the same buildings and everything, that was it. You find more as you unlock more of the area, but you really did have to kind of ration out.
You had to manage it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
this one, definitely to that. It is a lot easier in this one in Village.
Yeah. So that definitely takes down the eeriness factor. But what this game does well, you still have plenty of very, very dark, very eerie, very audibly immersive. Because I played with headphones the entire time. Very immersive environments that you have to trek through and everything. And I thought that was a big win for this game, because I still found myself creeped out with the moment to moment just searching around, especially when it's my first time going through a new area, kind of like learning the ropes and everything like that.
I'm sticking to that wall, coming around them corners.
Yeah, because you don't really know what's there. And I commend Capcom for not resorting to only doing like the jump scares. They did it like there are jumps. This is a horror game. Like, there are jump scares, but they're nowhere near as many as in past Resident Evil games. And I thought that this game was a little bit better for it. The highlight for me, though, as I was playing this game, and it gets better and better and better as you play through it, is the level design. I love the level design in this game, and I've talked to some pals about it, and we all agree that it reminds us of From Software games, or a la the Dark Souls series, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Those games do such a great job of having like this interweaving
ambience.
Well, no. Like this, just the level design in itself. Like, every level cohesively blends into another, and there are constant little shortcuts in and out of each other. So the world's like so connected by like different elevators. Like in Dark Souls 1, you can get to like one area 3 different ways because the areas are so interconnected. But like, and it takes a while you to get through them and everything, but then you unlock shortcuts where you can get back and forth your hub area and get back into the deeper areas through the hub because you unlocked a shortcut. They do the same exact thing here in Dark Souls, and I love how they kind of like interwove all these levels into each other. So you have to earn your progress, and then once you get that progress earned, you unlock a shortcut to help you get back to that area if need be. Now, there are some areas that, like, once you complete like the story mode, you can't really backtrack to, so you do have to be careful of that. There are certain points of no return. Usually linked with an item you have to find. So if you know there's like a MacGuffin or an item that you really are looking for, once you're about to get your hands on it, know that is a point of no return. You need to go ahead and look, go ahead and do all your side projects, find some lock picks to unlock everything if you want 100% those maps, because you can miss things. But overall,
speaking of which, with the audio, you play with headsets. I sometimes play with my headset too. The PlayStation 3D Pulse system for your for your headphones is awesome. It definitely immerses you really well in the gaming systems and adds, like I also have a 7.1 surround sound, but when I play with my headphones on, I definitely get little nuances that I don't pick up in my surround sound. So great job. That definitely does add a little creep factor to it, and they did a wonderful job at the sound of this game.
I had somebody recommend the $10 Atmos app on PlayStation. I hear that does wonders for your audio quality when you incorporate that in your gaming. I haven't taken that plunge yet.
I knew that was for PS4. Did they have that on the PS5 this time? Because I thought PS5 was not doing Atmos.
Someone recommended it to me who is playing it on PS5. So I assumed it was available. I would assume it may not be there. I'm not sure. I didn't look
And
for
it
it
might
yet.
be just for headphones, perhaps, because I think when I read correctly, like I'm an audiophile, so when I went in there was no Atmos, which was kind of disappointing to me because I definitely love, like on the Xbox Series X, the Atmos is beautiful, and on PlayStation was kind of running its own codec and everything for how they're distributing their audio, so a little bit different. But if they put the Atmos on there, fantastic, beautiful, because that's definitely like the bee's knees.
Yeah. So far, I mean, you're still in Castle Dimitrescu, right? You're still in the first
Yes.
main area. So you have the village area is the first area you visit. And that's kind of like a hub, and you will always go back and forth to that village, the titular village, because every new stage you go into, you're gonna find something else to help you unlock more secrets in the village, which is always fun. It's that Metroid type of like, hey, I got super missiles now I can unlock all these green doors. So you always have that fun backtracking. I 100%ed that village. Like there was not a stone unturned in that fucking village. I got everything.
You heard.
And, I think I beat it after 12 and some change, 12 hours and some change. So it's not a terribly long game, but still 12 hours for a Resident Evil title. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think we hear, like, we both fully agree that this is a must buy. Try it out
agree.
and have fun with it. And there's gonna be more content that's gonna get released later on, but for right now, it is a beautiful game, fun experience, and a nice creepy playthrough. Resident Evil Village. It doesn't matter what system you get it on.
No, it's going to look good. Even if you're playing on PS4, if you haven't been able to find like one of the new consoles yet, I know they're still low. It's still hard to find. Demand is high. It's still going to look great on last gen systems. So still get it. It's totally worth it. And we will do a spoiler show. I think this it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, ending in any Resident Evil game, and that says it doesn't really say a lot, but it is my favorite Resident Evil game. I think it's the most complete ending they've ever done, so I think it's worth doing a spoiler show. So when you're done playing this game, I think we're going to do about 15 minutes and talk about the story, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, and I'm interested in where this series is going to go from here. So, Peel, anything else for you about RE Village?
I just want to hear what everybody else has to say. Have you played it yet? Are you going to pick it up soon? And what are your favorite moments with Resident Evil? Because I know a lot of us probably had a lot of experience, not just with the video games, the movies, and everything like that. Let us know how you feel and how immersive you are in the Resident Evil world. Like, subscribe, share, and Travis?
That's it. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Do all those things. We thank you for watching. We love you, and you guys take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.